Hello students, you have already read about Newton's first law of motion. You have come to know about the definitions and what is Newton's first law of motion, that you have understood. And in this video, we will read about the applications of the Newton's first law of motion. Means those problems which are based on this Newton's first law of motion. So I am writing these problems, that is the applications, together so that you can understood that which problems, if you see the problem, then you can identify easily that this problem is based on the Newton's first law of motion. So if there is this type of similar incidents, you will be able to identify. Now before starting this chapter, we will read that what is equilibrium state. So equilibrium state of a body means the body is at rest or the body is moving with the constant velocity. Somebody used to think that equilibrium means body is at rest, completely rest. It is not moving. No, that is not. If the body is in equilibrium state, then it may be also in rest as well as it is in motion. But what is the difference? That its acceleration, there will be no change in acceleration, means their acceleration is 0. So if the acceleration is 0, that means its velocity is not increasing, right? Because you know that acceleration is what? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. So what is equilibrium state? That hope you have understood. Now you will not be confused that acceleration means what. Equilibrium state means that you will not be confused that equilibrium state means the body is rest. The body may be in rest or it may be in motion also, okay, but its motion will not be changed. Now why it is said velocity not speed, means here in this case, see, I have written that there will be no change in the velocity. So as I said that there will be no change in velocity, so why I said that it is velocity, why it is not speed? So because acceleration means the rate of change of velocity, that is the magnitude and the direction both. Okay, that's why it is not said speed, because you know that speed means only the magnitude, it is not associated with the direction. That's why it is velocity, it is not. Okay, now let me come to the first problem. So see the first question. An object experiences a net zero external unbalanced force. Is it possible for the object to be traveling with a non-zero velocity? If yes, state the conditions must be placed on the magnitude and direction of the velocity. If no, provide a reason. So what it is written? An object experiences a net zero external unbalanced force, means the force, the unbalanced force, the value of the unbalanced force is 0. So if the value of the unbalanced force is 0, that means the force is balanced. Or you can say that body is in equilibrium, right? Why it is in equilibrium? Because suppose as I said that when the body is in balanced position, so that time what will happen? If the body is at rest, then it will remain in rest, and if it is moving with the constant velocity, then it will remain in that velocity only. It will not change its velocity, right? So if the net zero external force is applying on the body, that means body is in the equilibrium position. There will be no change in its velocity, right? So is it possible for the object to be traveling with a non-zero velocity? Yes, it is possible for the body to be traveling in the non-zero velocity. But what is the but in condition is what? That if the body was already moving, then its velocity, it will have some velocity. Otherwise its velocity will be 0. Suppose it was traveling with some velocity previously, and unbalanced force, 0 unbalanced force asked on that body, that means no force applied. 0 unbalanced force means no force. So no force has applied. so that body will remain in the same condition. And it is written, if yes, state the conditions must be placed on the magnitude and direction of the velocity. So if it is yes, so state the condition. So condition is what? That is, as I said, that there will be no change in velocity. That means its magnitude and direction both will not be changed. If I said that its speed will be not change, then only you will write down that magnitude will not change. But since velocity means direction also, so that's why your answer will be that velocity and direction both. Hope you have understood this question answer. So I told this question because this is associated with this first equation. It is associated with Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion it is associated with. So you will try to understand that from where this type of question is coming, and this question is very, very important to develop your concept. That's why I am repeating this one. Okay. Next, it is written. Question number in your ABC Physics, page number 101, you will see that question number 2, 3, 4, all are based on the Newton's first law of motion. Okay. Next question. Why do passengers tend to fall forwards when it starts suddenly? This question is also from the Newton's first law of motion. It is from the inertia, law of inertia. That is, passenger tend to fall forwards when it starts suddenly. Start suddenly means it is starting from what? It is starting from rest to motion. That means this is a problem based on the inertia of rest. Third question. What happens when you shake a wet piece of cloth? Explain your observation. This is also based on the laws of inertia. In this case, you can also see that when you are shaking a wet piece of cloth, that time what is happening? The water particles which was inside the hole, that means in the molecular gap of the piece of cloth, so they will try to remain in their own position. And when you are shaking it with a very high speed, so that time suddenly the cloth will come in the motion, but that water particle try to remain in their own position. That means, but that time cloth remove from the cloth used to change their place, but water particles, that time water particle will not get any surface. That's why they will fall down. Next one. Explain why a glass pane of a window is shattered when a flying pebble hits it. So this problem is the same. That plane of a window is shattered when a flying pebble hits it, means whenever suddenly a pebble hit it. So since the shatter was in the position of the rest, so only when it is passing with a very speed, that means that pebble was passing with a very high speed, so that pebble will only able to shake only very small portion. It will not be able to shake the whole window. That's why whole window will not break. Only that small portion from where it is passing, that portion will be whole. Okay. So hope you have now you will able to recognize that this type of problems which are based on the laws of inertia. So all these problems were based on the these problems were specially based on the laws of rest, means inertia of rest. And this type of problem, same type of problem you will get in the inertia of motion. In that problem also, you have to you will see that the body is starting from the motion. They initially they were from motion, and from the motion they are coming in the rest. So you can easily recognize that type of problems and find out the solution. Only in one way you have to write that initially the body was in the position of the rest or in the motion, and suddenly when the anybody is striking it, or that time what is happening, that is whole body part is not be able to come in the position of rest or in motion. Inversely, whatever you will write, that means in the question, according to question, that you have to write that it is in motion, or if it was in motion then it will be in rest, and if it was in rest then it will be in motion, and this is the reason. In this way you have to write. Okay, so if you have understood these problems.